Getting people to deputise for me at matches with Raeburn Shield, I think, is a great plan. We're just so early in the process, right? The Shield's only been there for a couple of weeks. It's still unofficial, so I'm always slightly wary that I walk a really fine line whenever I take the Shield somewhere, because you've got to have that balance of being persistent and getting at places, but always staying really level and not getting in trouble and not getting offside with the kind of official. So I'll give you an example. Last week in Scotland, there was a bloke there really enthusiastic, really keen, and he was desperately like, we're going to go charge the field. He's like, come on, come on, come on, we're coming. And he was like quite persistent, but I loved it because the enthusiasm was great. But I knew that if I took that down to pitch side and I tried to get it onto pitch, that's when all of a sudden, whilst the exposure in that one moment would be great, the likelihood of me being targeted as somebody to not be let into stadiums or to be like, actually, this guy's trying to inappropriately overstep the bounds. I'm building for longer, right? So I'm building decades ahead. And so that's probably an example. Now, there are people who absolutely could do this really well on my behalf and who have all the skills. The problem is it's just also new and relying on somebody to do that. But it's funny to say something's new about a shield made in 1871. Though, of course, the shield wasn't made. It just tracks data back to that point. And so, you know, one thing I have thought about is in future, I did wonder whether rugby clubs could deputise for me. Imagine if you had like a rugby club group together who took the shield to a game. That'd be amazing, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I actually want to go to all the games. Like, my absolute joy in life is being at rugby stadiums, talking to fans. So the dream, right, is that I find a route where, well, I mean, bluntly, it'd be amazing if it was my job, right? How that happens, don't know. My real job right now, very, very busy, very real. So that takes my days. But I do think a rugby club could be fun, don't you think? Like, I don't know. I think, for instance, let me think of England. There's Temesians Rugby Club, who I used to play a few games for. Great lads, right? Great crew of people. And then you imagine them as a crew taking the shield in and being the kind of honorary holders. Or you imagine today in Cardiff, there being, I don't know, a Scottish rugby club, because they're the current holders, who are travelling down to the match anyway. And then it's their honour to take the shield into the stage. Like, that feels like it could be really fun. And for me, everything about the shields, is about creating better experiences for fans and players and everybody else. It's my obsession. Because I just think that if we build things that are good, the good comes of it. So there's a really long way of saying, yes, I do think it'd be good to have people who could represent the shield at games. It's not that easy to arrange because you've got to be quite careful about how you do it. And it's quite a lot of, you know, to put on to somebody. But as we evolve and as we get bigger steps and we get bigger growth, then I think actually, yeah, 100%. I think that's a world that could come through. If it goes to New Zealand, though, I would like to find a way to get there. That's home. I've been there for 11 years, and I miss it. So maybe the Shields get me home one day. Maybe. We'll see.